let's go. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's connecting still. Okay, now we're streaming.
Loading.
Good.
Loading. Oh yeah, that's right. I knew I had pictures of all of the family members. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we are good. We are live. So thank you everyone for joining us after a very long hiatus. And I just and you just all missed my going over what exactly happened last game, but all the episodes are online. Go to the previous one, the YouTube channel, you'll know exactly. It'll be like time travel for you. Congratulations.
And now that you're back.
Oh crap, I closed Roll20. Damn it.
Nice. There you go.
Thank you.
See, this is why we can't have nice things, Josh. So welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a little while, and we've had a few hiccups on the way, but I fully plan on keeping somewhat of a normal schedule from here on out, because there is a lot that I have had planned and not a lot that I've been able to cover. So we'll be able to get back into this relatively quickly. The last we left everybody, I believe you guys had just gotten the revelation of Althalia's backstory and a task from Oakenhand saying that you must go through and resolve the familial conflict, which is one of the hardest challenges known to humanity. You have a very pissed off Drac who has been deemed not worthy by the Oakenhand, who is I believe the human right hand of Kalim on Celestia. Kalim being the god of survival and nature and challenge. So you have your task. You are currently in Stromnus and have not set out yet. Vexation is close by if you need a lift.
I think that's what we were planning last game was where exactly to how to go about it.
I remember if we agreed upon heading south and then to a lake that I can't remember the name of, if it has one, and then taking the tributary via raft or canoe, taking a lovely family boat trip.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, yeah, I remember that. I'm bringing up the map now.
Yep, everybody should be on it on Roll20.
Yeah. Oh, you brought it up there. Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay.
Whitestone Lake. Or no.
Yes.
Because you were supposed to be getting to someplace in the Elderwood.
Yes.
Lexi.
Yes.
You would remember that there are a few places inside of the Elderwood that serve as essentially portals between the Elderwood and the Feywild. Unfortunately, a lot of them move from time to time because they're not exactly based on who is doing that.
How do you even do that?
I'd switch to the arrow tool, and then if you anytime you right click, it makes a little waypoint.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, they do that with the measuring tool now.
As we all look on, ooh, shiny. You know that those types of portals are highly subjective, completely based off of people. Based off of like weather patterns and time of year, and they're very finicky. But could you roll me a knowledge check real quick? We'll do a intelligence check.
Oh man, that's cute.
Intelligence.
Mm-hmm. If you have Arcana or History, you could use either of those.
I will use History.
Nice. First roll.
You know that there is one in particular that has been rooted for a long time because it was done outside of the basis of any type of astral patterns or plane shifting or anything like that. But it is rooted inside of an old set of ruins deep into the Elderwood. Given a little bit of time, you could probably figure out where it is, especially if you start seeing familiar landmarks.
Okay.
I mean, last time you were there was 500 years ago. It should be fine.
Yeah, elves have good memories. They're like elephants.
They never forgive, and they never forget.
So that would probably be your best option. You can think of a few others, but you're not sure. They're highly time dependent. You're not sure that you guys would be able to get to them in the time that it would take for them to close.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go with the ruins.
Ooh, ruins, you say?
Mhm.
Yes.
So,
Oh no, you got him started.
do you know what kind they are? How long ago they were abandoned? What civilization they may have been part of?
Absolutely zero idea.
Why don't both of you roll history for me?
Let me find Othrix. He's around here somewhere.
Does anybody else want to get involved in this conversation?
Given where my people are located out of, is there any possibility that old migratory paths may have come near this thing, or legends to stay the fuck away?
Roll me. Let's say religion.
I'm trying to roll a history check. It's not working right now. Hang on. Let me bring up Othrix again.
We are neither
Varys.
traveling nor fighting, so
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me history as well. You as well, Alice.
There we go. Oh, come on! I have a +5
You
to
said
history.
History?
History, yep. Okay.
I don't have history, so you
I'm
know.
so proud of myself.
I have a +5 to history. How the fuck did that happen?
So, Althalia, you are able to answer every single question that Othrix has. The problem is Othrix is not asking his usual in-depth questions. He's very much enamored with the concept of the ruins, which is why you're able to answer them so easily. The unfortunate part is that he has a lot of questions, and they're not exactly the most brain-intensive questions you've ever experienced. So,
What color are the rocks?
yeah.
Probably gray.
Oh, it could be anything from the Hadesians to the lower Drakengians.
Bia, your remembrance of your memory. There's words I need to use them. Your memory of the relative. Oh man, I'm going to stop a moment. I'm going to let my brain stop being scatterbrained. The rites, patterns, and legends of the Stormcaller tribe did mention quite a few places inside of the Elderwood that were subject to oddities. And that's for your tribe. That's a strong word because there's a lot of weird shit that goes on. Places where bright lights would occur in the middle of the night, and suddenly there would be like 2 or 3 different types of abominations that are slithering through the dark. Specifically surrounding the river, the Dark Shore River, which is why a lot of places along that river aren't safe anymore. It used to be a relatively quick method of travel, and the most you would have to worry about are pirates, and which is why Ibris's Folly is still there. But it has steadily gotten more and more dangerous to travel through the shores of the Dark Shore, including Shadal's Curse, which seems to be the most infested area at the base of the King's Crest mountain range, and the Zagos Mountains. It seems to be some of the worst, and nobody's really been able to go in and come back out to figure out why. However, where you're going, there are significantly less impacts, especially in the mountain ranges down here, in this little kind of breadbasket almost of King's Crest and the Elderwood. That's about where Althalia has pointed out where you guys are going. Up here, however, is where a lot of the bad shit happened. So you should be okay. Should be.
Love that shit.
How you haven't gone far off the beaten path here. The Elderwood has a lot of legends surrounding it, and as such, it makes for a lot of nervous caravan guards. You stayed as close to the road as possible when camping. You stayed for as little time as possible as you went through it. It's not a dark and scary place, but there were a few times that you could have sworn you saw a couple sets of eyes poking out from the dark to watch you.
It's all right. He has a healthy fear of forests.
Yeah, that's very true. With the masthead down there. Varis, you in your long memory, there's not many times that you remember ever seeing the moon. You distinctly remember one or two times where you were surrounded by trees and the moon was peeking through the forest. You're not sure why you were there. You do remember being with a lot of other people, though.
Okay.
Aw.
Mysterious backstory.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, I'm all for going to find more ruins and a chance to look at them. Quickly,
Well-
of course, but yeah, just some chance and quick layover, maybe.
Oh, we're
Days.
farther south than where a lot of the devouring light is spotted. We should probably still take precautions. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And what would those be?
We are going.
Please tell us.
Cannons.
We're going to need willow wood, butter, olive oil, and paint.
Can I make a check to see if that will actually do anything?
By all means, what would you like to roll?
Arcana, I think.
Yeah, I would think that's probably the best check for that. Yeah, go ahead. Good luck interpreting that.
Roll
Okay.
a one. Roll a one.
Nope.
Aw.
You have no godly idea what this combination of things would do, or even if it would do anything.
Well, I've never heard of that particular.
Hang on. Is it butter from a yak or butter from a goat?
Any butter.
Are you sure about that?
I
Yak
heard goat butter was better.
No. Any butter.
Says
Whatever you
woman
get
who
your
didn't
hands
know
on.
about goggles and turning into a nightmare.
I know this one. It's been drilled into my head so many times.
I don't think there's any combination that could induce the effects that you say would happen. I mean, I've heard of conjugation and evocation that can do things, but any.
Oh no. There's no protective charm against what's in there. But willow wood, butter, some olive oil, and certain types of herbs and paints will make a nice smoke screen we can run the fuck away.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
I will make a note of that. You see him. You see him very obviously pretend not to write something down in his journal.
So,
Yes.
how would you guys like to progress?
Last I remember, essentially, we were all sitting in a bar getting drunk again. So I think we need to sleep on this and sober up and maybe start in the morning.
Probably
Yeah.
not a bad idea.
And I think the plan is to find Vexation, hitch a ride from him, and we need a boat.
What kind of boat?
A
Palace,
I'm guessing canoe.
Yes.
I don't know.
can
canoe.
you roll me Arcana, please?
Huh.
As good as Arthur's.
What's your modifier, though?
1.
No, jeez.
All right. You wake up in the middle of the night.
Oh, shit.
Everybody else is still conked out in whatever rooms they're in. And something is hanging on the back of your mind. You don't remember what the dream was. The only thing you remember is that you were in a very dark place, something like a forest or a graveyard or a boneyard or something like that, with long, tall shadows that overcast you. And something had been freshly dug up, and you had been staring at an empty hole in that ground. And there was a feeling of dread that overcame you. But considering you had your button on you, you weren't scared, but you were concerned with whatever was inside of that hole had a purpose with somebody in your party.
All right.
I don't think I have any more people coming after me in my backstory, but I could be wrong.
Oh, everybody's hunted in their backstories, trust me. It's just by who. That's the question.
Or what, apparently.
Well, no, it's still probably who. It's who did you thought you killed and wasn't after you anymore, but now still is, because now they're an undead scary monster thing.
Oh, great. Great, that makes it so much better.
It's okay, I drowned all my enemies.
I didn't know I had enemies. Except Belloc, that one French archaeologist.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
Belloc!
Do you fall back asleep? Do you try and get a glass of water? Walk us through Hallis's thought process, waking up in a cold sweat from that kind of a dream.
I don't think he'd get up or anything. I think he'd just make a note of it in his head and be like, huh. And then go back to sleep.
All right. Not much can unsettle him, can it?
No.
All right. Do you tell anybody about the dream when you wake up?
No, but he might be giving people some weird eyes. Just like, which one of these people probably has something chasing after them? And then he realizes it's probably all of them.
So you guys are down at breakfast.
He's probably checking her hair, wondering if she's gotten something caught in it again, and that's why he's staring.
You're used to Hallis giving you guys some weird looks, but this is definitely probably one of the weirdest.
Arthurix just kind of stares back awkwardly, then looks back to his eggs, kind of glancing up, back down.
Althalia, Varis, how do you guys react to getting the weird side eye?
I don't think Althalia really cares. Like, she's not very fazed by it. She's used to getting that kind of look.
Okay. Varis?
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, I am the only one in the party that carries soap.
Hey, you may be a pretty elf, but that is not the eyes he's giving you.
Arthurix has soap, thank you. He has two kinds.
Really?
For his scales and for his fur.
Yeah, okay.
I have soap, thank you very much.
Dirt doesn't count.
Underdark mushrooms don't count either.
But they
I
smell
lied.
delightfully like death, Josh. All right. So I assume that you guys would finish up your breakfast, not ask too many questions, and hit up with fixation.
Yes, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Arthurix is going to whip his hood up to try to be incognito.
Can you? You know what? Make me a.
It does absolutely nothing, but but he thinks it does something.
Okay.
They're totally not going to recognize this giant dragonborn dude. Not at all.
With a gray and white crest.
Yeah, exactly.
That poofs out of his hood.
I
Alright.
have supplies to shop for.
Oh, what supplies must you shop for?
I need butter or lard,
Okay.
olive oil, and paint, and willow branches if I can't find any growing alongside the road.
Everything that you want can be found fairly easily at the Stromnus Market. Willow, you're gonna have to search a bit harder for. Make me a investigation.
Might be able to get it along the way. I mean, we're going to a lake and a river.
Mm-hmm.
1 sec.
I mean, hey, there's the Whomping Willow, Old Man Willow. We're in a magical land.
And there's Cletus. What's Cletus? He's a willow.
Well, hi, y'all.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to find much in the way of specific types of trees without a lot further in-depth searching.
I'll grab it on the way.
Why
Okay.
willow?
It's a greenwood that burns incredibly smoky.
I was gonna say she's getting all of the most smoky of things to just make a black plume of cloud that is unseeable.
Gotcha.
Yup.
So Vexation is back in his shack. His feet are up once again. Josh, make me a perception check.
Oh, good. Oh, that's right. I forgot my on-running thing with vexation.
Mhm.
Okay, hang on. I was brain.
Remember, he has both bookmarks and dog ears, so.
I don't know how to feel about him. Okay, perception. This is not gonna be good.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
You're almost 100% sure that the set of 5 books that he had on his desk are different than the ones he has now.
No sign of the other ones.
Nope. And he has a new book in his hands.
Can I at least tell the title or what it may be about?
Yeah, give me a sec.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to make you DM.
More like I have to find a fucking title generator real quick. Give me a
1001 Ways to Die Horribly in a Dungeon.
Dragonborn, the other dark meat.
The Scales of Love. A Cole story.
This one is called The Eye of the Griffin.
It's the eye of the griffin. It's the thrill of the fun.
You recognize it as an adventure title that in a series that farmers would normally read.
Okay.
Because it's not super realistic as to what an adventurer actually goes through, but it's enough to keep people interested. At least those who are literate enough to read.
Yeah. I as I walk up, I just kind of say, "Oh, doing some more light reading. That's I hear that's a real fire burner. That one."
He looks up at you, gently closes the book with the bookmark in it, and then holds it over the counter and drops it. And you hear a heavy as it hits the ground.
All right then. I guess
His way of indicating that it is anything but light.
I see what you did there. Yes, quite very, very clever. I kind of gingerly reach down and bring up the book and hand it back to him.
He has a sarcastic smirk on his face as he takes it back, thankfully, and stands up, looks at all of you expectantly.
I slip my goggles on.
We are
He
looking.
once again looks strangely at you for doing that, but kind of shakes his head.
We require transportation to Whitestone Lake, if that is agreeable.
He kind of shrugs and gives you that look of, yeah, why would it be?
It doesn't cost anything to be polite.
You're right, kind of shake of the head, and then motions you guys towards the gate once again.
Okay.
Anything else you guys need before you leave?
I'm stocked up.
Does anybody
don't
want to
think
grab
so.
more potions?
You're obsessed with healing potions, just so you know.
I mean, to be fair, why shouldn't you be?
I'm gonna have somebody start. I'm gonna have somebody start rolling addiction checks to those things.
Maddie loves healing potions.
I have 4.
I
I
only
mean, across all forms of tabletop RPG and games, you love potions.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No.
It's the only tabletop game you've played with me.
I've heard you talk about many tabletop games and how many potions you have.
Anyway, so Vexation leads you guys out the gates. Does his hocus pocus voodoo again. Josh, would you
perception
like-
check.
Perception. I was about to say.
I'll look away.
Come on, natural 20. I just need this natural 20.
Somehow, Josh, you're watching. You know you're watching. You see the necklace. Something moves in your way just in time again, and as soon as it hits the ground, like Varis kind of sidesteps in front of you just at the wrong time. The next thing you know, there are 2 large nightmares in a jet black carriage in front of you.
I was so close, Varis.
You say something?
I think Obrix is succumbing to the curse.
He poofs up a little bit, but then just walks over to the carriage.
All right. It's as plush as you guys normally remember. Still a pretty easy ride. It's still quiet, but you're starting to get kind of used to the fact that there's literally no noise but the spinning of the wheels as you guys go. Whitestone Lake is gorgeous. One of the few natural lakes in the region that has polished white stones that can be seen clear from the surface. It looks like a small avalanche of snow underneath the water. It's truly beautiful. There's a lot of fishing boats out on the water today. It's perfectly clear outside. Actually a little on the warm side. Perfect fishing weather. So everybody's out either enjoying themselves or trying to get their hauls in. And you go up to the ferry that takes you down. That would take you down the lake. Normally, it would go down to the Bay of Radiance with any goods that they need, but in this particular case, you do manage to find a captain that's willing to take you to the Elderwood and drop you off.
Sure, we'll go to the Elderwood. We'll go after the lobsters.
He's asking for a gold apiece for the trip, though, since it's out of the way.
That's fine. I'll give the man a gold.
Oh no. 1 gold.
Can I get that fee waived if I help?
Yeah. Yeah, you can, considering you're a ship's captain. I didn't think about that. What is your special ability for your background? I forget.
Infamous.
All right.
That was your suggestion.
It was. So the captain looks you up and down and gets a wry smile on his face and says, "There are very few people that are as notable as you, Captain Bia. Not for any particular thing that you've done, but you are hard to miss in a crowd."
Yeah, I've been
Now
told
she
that.
costs 2 gold.
I've heard about you and your kind. He invites you aboard, says, it's obviously it's an honor to have you on, that kind of stuff. Just, please try to make sure that we don't attack any other caravans that might be attacking us. Again, it's slightly sarcastic and slightly humorous, but you're used to that kind of bilge talk.
Mm-hmm.
Don't commandeer my ship, please.
Get a better ship and I might consider it.
Bia, do you have inspiration already?
Let me. No.
go ahead and take one. It
Yeah.
is really refreshing to be back on the sea, even if it's just a lake. Your muscles remember the work real easy. It's super easy to fall back into old routine, and it's just refreshing to not have to think for a little while and just.
I missed being on the not ocean.
It takes a couple hours, but you guys do manage to get down the tributary to the Elderwood, the edge of the Elderwood. It is not one of those forests where you start getting small saplings at the edge of it and you kind of work your way into bigger thickets, and before you know it, there's large trees. It literally just starts, and it's already big trees.
Like hello tree wall.
Pretty much. It is very distinct where it goes from plains to forest. There's very little in between.
I see they call it a tree line for a reason.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Even on the edge of the river itself, you can see the roots seeping down into the lake. Think like a Louisiana bayou type trees. The woods are trying to claim even the river at this point. He brings the. Go ahead.
Sorry. Just Othrix is leaning over the side of the boat, absentmindedly rubbing his the scale of coal. Just keeping it close.
Just observing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready to jump out at a moment's notice.
Reach over and like do the thing where you like grab them by the. But it feels like you're gonna push them in.
Make me a dexterity check. Dexterity save.
Who, me?
Josh, yeah?
I swear to God, if you push me over the side of this freaking boat.
I'm not gonna push you. I'm grabbing the back of your shirt. Just like I'm doing the thing where you push into their back, but you also grab their shirt at the same time so they can't actually go forward.
Oh, Joshua, this isn't to save you.
Oh no. Oh no! Okay, hang on. My character sheet is being wonky.
Better roll high.
Can take me. And it's dexterity save, right?
Correct.
Oh my God!
Would you like to describe to me how it slips out of your hand and you catch it?
Okay, so I'm just sitting there absentmindedly, and the dingus comes up and does this.
The dingus.
He's the dingus. He's the dingus head. And immediately it begins to fall out of my hand. I don't have another free hand because it's on the edge and I'm trying to grab the edge. So you just see my head snap out and chomp down on the scale. And I'm right now shouting at him with closed mouth because I do not have the presence of mind to take it out.
Is this a Dragonborn custom? I'll have to note that for later.
Never do that again. Ever.
Alice is looking the other direction, pretending like he didn't do it.
As Othrix turns away, he slaps him with his tail. Just good, hard, like think of an alligator trying to smack you with its tail.
Hey, Garrett. Can you roll me a history check, please? Okay. Thankfully, you don't think this is any type of dueling ritual of the Dragonborn. You're actually you've fought Dragonborn before. None of them have hit them with your tail, or their tail. So you're pretty sure that either it was an accident or he purposefully did it. You're just not sure which.
Can I actually roll an attack? Because I'm actually trying to knock him off the boat with this. You
No.
Tested
damn it,
athletics.
damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
You don't want to try to out athletics.
You-
Yeah.
I almost knocked. You almost knocked over my most precious possession.
I'm gonna say no. Hallis, it does stagger you a little bit, though. You notice there was a bit more force behind it than it would be if somebody would normally just accidentally hit you with their tail.
So there.
Hey, keep your tail to yourself.
I will remember that.
So you guys. So the
Sitting over
fairy comes.
here, minding my own business.
As my tail was, apparently. He just moves to the other side of the boat.
Oh shit! So the ferry pulls up to one of the larger trees. It doesn't form exactly a natural dock, but it is enough so that you can step up out of the boat onto a relatively flat, gnarled route that leads up to the shore. The ferryman thanks you guys for your patronage, gives a bow to Bia and a salute, saying it was an honor to learn what little they did from what time she had on the boat. And he sets off. Althalia.
Yeah.
Can you make me a
Well, guys,
navigation?
I think we made a mistake. Because you don't pay the ferryman. You don't even fix a price. You don't pay the ferryman until he gets you to the other side.
I mean,
Okay, nobody's getting the reference. Anyway, continue on. Sorry. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I wanted to ban you for that, but I figured AFK would be better.
I was wondering what the hell happened.
God, they completely threw my train of thought off. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You were gonna have me make a roll, but you didn't tell me which roll.
That's correct. I'm looking up the skills real quick just to see what I need.
I need to mark that down. First time I got kicked off chat by Sarge for a joke.
Make me a nature check, please. Or survival, one of the two. Because you're going to have to guide this lovely party of people to where you think you remember the ruins being.
I got a 14.
Okay, that's pretty good. You're pretty familiar with this side of the river. It's very common for anybody traveling, especially from the King's Crest Mountains downward, to utilize this route. So you've gone through here a couple times before. You're pretty sure you can get to where you need to go. If everybody could make me some sort of a check relating to traveling in a forest. Things you might want to do.
Survival, so that we don't get attacked.
All right, survival. There's a good one.
Never mind, I can't roll today.
Okay, survival.
I'm gonna do.
Do you need me to make another roll?
Let's start with Lexi. What's your say?
Do you need me to make another roll?
Yes, please. Because while you're guiding, you may find other things. Maybe do a perception check or investigation or something along those lines. Anything that you guys want to make.
Would a nature check be okay?
A nature check would be fine. What are you looking for?
Signs of more unnatural things, like if anything large has moved through the area, if there are any paths to follow, mainly any signs of danger being close, or any plants that may look unnatural.
So you're rolling nature for the unnatural.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. What's up?
I was gonna roll investigation because I'm trying to remember looking for clues.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Varis, what are you rolling?
No.
I'm not really sure. Guess I'll give investigation a go.
Okay. What are you trying to investigate?
I honestly don't know.
Okay. Let's see here. So you can act. Obviously, you have been in a forest before, but you don't remember it. Most of your time has been underground. maybe you could roll investigation to see if there's any um, indications that other people have been through here. Maybe
Wouldn't
campsites
that
or
be
things like
more
that.
survival than investigation?
Looking for signs of things. I mean, that would be up to you, honestly.
Let's do survival then.
Okay.
Ah, shit. I'm looking for stuff on the path.
Maybe.
And possibly willow.
Possibly Willow. Okay.
Or cottonwood. I'll take either.
All right. So we'll go from top to bottom. Hallis, you're more focused on the feeling of the Elderwood. A lot of these legends have gotten to you. Not in a I'm scared kind of way, but you're very much on your toes. You're not sure what to expect or where to come from, or even what legends you've heard are true. But
I know
again,
what you're gonna find in a forest.
you at one point slap wood out of Bia's hands from that very old tale from the masthead where if you pick up anything, the forest owns you. You don't know if it carries over to the Elderwood or not, but you really don't want to. You don't want to take that risk.
What the fuck?
Don't take stuff. It's not yours.
It's
And the worst part is, Bia, that was Willow.
fucking. I'll ask for permission and say thank you.
Ask for permission.
Bia, you do manage to, from your time around the Dark Shore River part of the Elderwood, you're able to find cool overlapping elements that allow you guys to kind of stay on track and in the same direction. Othrix, you are looking for major like game trails or unnatural footprints, trails, things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. You haven't really, you're not seeing much in that way. You see normal game trails, places, a couple dens where you might be able to pick up some food if you started to get hungry. But other than that, you're not seeing anything in the realm of like hill giants or forest giants or anything like that. So you should be safe.
Okay.
Althalia, you aren't exactly leading everybody in a circle, but there definitely were a couple trees that you remember passing. At least once, or in another life, maybe.
Okay.
You're still getting them in the direction they need to go, but it's taking a bit longer than you remembered it. And Varis, for your survival check, you do see what you would normally consider like campgrounds. You're definitely not the first people to come through here. You're definitely not going to be the last. But these people can fucking clean up after themselves. You see a couple discarded wineskins and left campfire leftovers, stuff like that. If you guys do need to camp for the night, you do know where to go. But you're also pretty sure that there is nobody around you, no bandits or anything like that. That being said, it only takes about half a day of this type of investigation for you guys to get to the ruin.
What does it look like?
Lexi, you don't remember there being a river flowing over it.
I mean, it has been. Hang on.
It's been a while.
That's a map.
It has been a couple hundred years.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a little while, and you're not really surprised that the river is carrying over it. But you do know that the entrance to it is underneath that waterfall.
Okay.
Everybody, make me a perception check. John, you get advantage on this one.
We gonna die. Yeah, that's an.
Hey, look at me.
Wow, and that was with advantage?
Yeah, he rolled 4 twice. Damn, dude.
We love you, John.
All right.
John's
That
ignoring
is-
you.
Oh.
John, you might want to take a couple steps away from your wife. It seems she's siphoning all the luck from the rest of the group.
True.
Hallis and Althalia.
Okay.
Everybody else is currently focused on the waterfall itself and the fact that they're going to have to get absolutely drenched in order to get through to the ruins that Althalia had pointed out.
Are there any ruins poking out that I can see?
Oh yeah, that's what you're looking at.
Oh yeah,
You're
I'm
pretty much
furiously sketching.
Yeah.
Got
Althalia and Harris, you two are the only people that notice that there seems to be activity over on that side. Seems like there's a couple figures in the tree line that surround this glen.
Okay.
Looks like we have company.
What? What was that?
I'll just kind of silently point.
Yeah, Alice is getting his bow ready.
So you two are going to have the ability to not be surprised as
Oh joy!
a figure comes out with a few other figures into the tree line.
Are they Robin Hood and his merry band?
I highly doubt that.
Oh, they're robbing somebody.
Guy can dream.
Give me a moment.
All right, time to double check my spells.
There's no. Where is it? There it is. No, stop that.
Now.
There we go. Sometimes I love the system, sometimes I hate it.
Don't pay the ferryman.
Okay, so out from the tree line walks a very tall drow. It's starting to become more twilight, so she doesn't seem as bothered by anything here. Flanked around her sides are two very large and intimidating orcs. And behind her is about an 8-foot tall horned monstrosity that is wielding a very large sword.
Oh, good.
And she just has the shit-eating grin on her face.
Dibs.
Althalia and Hallis, you're the only ones that can see it from over here. But every single one of them, except the drow, has a mark that looks remarkably similar to what's on Varis's face. It's just a lot more fresh.
Okay.
Varis,
Mhm.
you know this woman. She owned you for a long time. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, sorry. I was giving pause for dramatic effect to see if anything would happen.
No.
She looks across the small river at you guys and just smiles. A slight wave across. Varys, I didn't expect to see you here after so long. You finally left the hole that I left you in?
He doesn't say anything.
Stoic as always. That's what I liked about you. You never talked back.
Varys.
Of course, all of you go, wait a minute, is this the same fucking Varys?
Varys, do you know this?
I'm
woman?
just gonna heft the warhammer and just start moving at her.
Oh shit.
Oh, there's no need for such trivialities.
Hey, Varis. You don't like her?
He's not responding.
Okay.
I'll take that as a yes. I pull my spear out.
Okay, so everybody roll me initiative, please and thank you.
Here we go. Could have talked. Could have talked.
How'd you get 15.04?
That's
We have
what
initiative tiebreak on.
Gotcha.
You attempted to use roll command looking for the value of the selected token, but
You have to click. You have to click on the token and then hit initiative.
Oh. All right then.
Wait, how do I roll initiative again?
So you-
Click on your token, then click on initiative on your sheet.
Click on token.
Mhm.
Wait.
And then in your character sheet in the center top.
Hey, we tied!
Initiative. See, if you had initiative tiebreak on, you'd know who was going first.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Twinsies.
Do we care? Are we caring?
There we go. All right. So, John, go ahead and declare your move.
Let's see. I am looking for the goddamn ruler because it's been a minute.
Oh yeah.
It's on the left-hand side, underneath the magnifying glass.
Okay, so I have 4 first level slots, 3 second level.
Move in 30 feet this way.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a athletics check.
Oh, is that rough terrain?
Because yeah, it's a little slick there.
Got it.
So it's shallow enough that you can easily move through it, but every time you end your movement there, you have to take an athletic save to make sure you don't slip on the moss. So, quick coverage. Any movement from one zone to another that's only 5 feet above yours is going to be free. So, to move from, let's say, here to here is going to be free. All right. But if you try and move from the bottom of the waterfall to the top of the waterfall, you're going to have to make athletics checks, climbing checks, something along those lines to be able to change that location. So if it's more than 5 feet difference. Okay.
Got it.
Good. Cool. All right. Palace.
Oh, yay. Which one is the one that was talking? This one?
No, I did not have her on. You'll have to forgive me. Let me find a token.
Response of that circle is so much faster now.
I know, right? So quick.
Pinging circle is so quick. It usually
We're
used
gonna
to have
go
such a long delay.
Yeah, it
Use
does.
that one. So she's right here.
Cool. Okay.
Not the same picture, but I thought I would have time.
I'm shooting this big fat boy first.
Fat boy, go for it.
Oh my god. Can I roll above a 10, please? Jesus.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does not go through.
Yeah, I figured. Going to... Damn, he moved fast. Into there. And put away my bow.
All right. Bia.
No
Yes.
deck save for that.
Yes, athletic save, please.
There's no athletics save. There's no leg checks or a strength save. Those are two separate things.
Make an athletics check.
This battle.
Oh. All right, so you fall prone.
Oh.
I did not expect that.
Not bad. Alice isn't very strong. He's acrobatic.
Where is there? It is. All right. So you're prone. Bia.
Yes. Where does the half movement or the difficult terrain start again?
Difficult terrain starts at the edge where you can see the water.
Okay.
It's right. It's an athletic check. You should be super good at those. You're a barbarian.
I know. I'm trying to see about how far I can move if I do a sprint action.
Oh, dang.
Double your movement.
Double move, but you can't attack. Considered a full move action.
Yeah, I'm totally all right with that. Just because I don't have any ranged anyway, except for javelins, and I don't feel like tossing a javelin. So I'm just
Okay.
trying to figure out. So
Sarge,
Yes, ma'am.
on a quick note, what time are you planning on ending this? Because I know you have to be at work at 5.
Something I forgot to mention. I don't have to go into work early today. So we're probably going to end around 5:30.
Okay.
That's a hard no. Lex and I have somewhere to be at 5:30. We made
Oh.
plans off of what you had said.
Yeah.
Never mind. 5 o'clock then. My apologies.
5 o'clock, and then we drink. I think that's my max movement.
Yep, it should be from where you started.
Yep, with the double movement.
Oh no, the water doesn't count as difficult terrain.
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh.
No.
Stop there. You have to make a check to not fall prone.
Oh, never mind then. I'm gonna keep moving.
Go for it.
Ow.
That's where I can stop. I still have to make a check, though, I assume.
Yes. Strength check. I'm sorry, athletics check, please.
Ouch.
He is also prone.
Oh my god.
That's what you get for sprinting through a river.
Hop, hop,
Barely
hop,
comes
ah!
up to her shins, though.
You hit a rather thick pass of moss as you're sprinting, and as you end your run, suddenly your legs just fly out from under you. You're
At that
used to
point-
boat sea legs, not actual in sea legs.
It's like when you're sprinting through river walking and it's like shallow water, shallow water, shallow water. Ah, pit!
Pretty much, yep. Othrix.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm casting visibility on myself.
Okay.
I'm invisible.
So one full action. Okay.
Yep. And then I'm going to move. Let me double check that. My movement speed is 30 feet. Not that impressive. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna move straight up. So 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. And
Yep.
Cool. That's my turn.
All right, Althalia. Oh, no, it would be orc number 1. So this orc will move forward a few feet, and he will pull out a hefty javelin
Of course.
and take aim at the, because they're down and essentially in the water, but he's still standing, so he will attack Othrix.
I'm invisible.
Othrix is in.
Oh, not Othrix, Varis, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
That's the whole point. I went invisible.
The 16 hit you, John?
No.
All right. So as you're charging toward your previous owner, a javelin impales itself directly in front of you. I assume you are uninhibited at this point.
It's more stalking purposefully. Charging implies running, and he is not running.
Oh my god, you're serial killing after them.
Yep.
Althalia,
Yes.
what you do?
Probably just moving because I don't have any, like, ranged weapons.
Do you have any buffs?
But you do have spells.
Yeah, buff spells, anything.
Inspiration.
I looked. Oh no, that is no that.
What you thinking?
I don't have anything that's a big enough range that will actually do any damage. So I'm just gonna move.
Do you have any buff,
Okay, so-
buff spells for your teammates?
Not yet.
Okay.
I have like
Can you
healing and
Viciously mock them,
shield, but shield only protects me.
Oh, okay.
then? Can you viciously mock them and make them have disadvantage?
Wait, how close am I?
Well, you can move
Where's
Now
the
and
little...
you can move and cast, or then cast.
Yep, movement does not cost you an action. It's just double move does.
You also could Misty Step, which would allow you to bypass a huge amount of the water, allowing you to get to dry land quicker.
Honestly, I think I'm just gonna move and then throw a spell next turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Vicious Mockery have like 60-foot range.
Yeah.
There.
Do you want to
Okay.
like hold your action or something if they get close?
Oh, hold on. Lexi, you only moved the 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
So that doesn't count as your act. That's just the movement portion. You can still do something after that.
Okay. What is this guy? This guy. That one. What is
That is the large 8-foot, probably 300, 400 pound demon with a very large sword.
Shit.
You don't know exactly what it is, but you can make a check if you'd like.
They're
Okay.
all within range of your acid splash ability, by the way.
I'm sorry. What?
Is it?
So they're
Oh,
all
I didn't
within
realize that
range
was
of
60
acid
feet. I thought that was only 30.
There you go.
It's an attack spell. Most attack spells are between.
He's
60
also
to
within range of
120 feet.
metal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but if it's a demon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I'll just cast Acid Splash.
Okay,
I just click it and hit roll, right?
that's correct.
Okay.
All right, so he needs to make a D12 dexterity. All right, he makes it. The acid splash does no damage.
Okay.
So as you throw out your hoodoo, hits him, and seems to just kind of fizzle across his body. You're not sure if it exactly failed or if it hit some sort of magical armor, but you do know that the acid had no.
Okay.
All right, orc number 2
Singing.
is going to start moving down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh no.
He's going to take a massive swing at Bia, which I believe he gets advantage on. 'Cause down.
Yes.
Yep, I'm prone.
Okay, does that hit?
Let me check.
16?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. Go ahead and make 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
Wait, what's your AC, Bia?
15.
I have higher AC than Barbarian. Okay.
I'm a barbarian.
All right. She's also supposed to kill people before they reach her.
True that.
What? Yeah, her armor's based on what? Con and Dex?
Yep.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Athletics check.
Uh,
All right, and then 1, 2, 4, 5. So the massive demon creature sprints down the side of the river, hangs a left, and then just starts splashing its way over to you, Varis. You're not really sure how he got over so quick, but you do know that it's going to hurt as soon as he pulls back and swings. So as he pulls back in a mighty swing, and it's going to absolutely miss.
yep. That is a light sidestep at best.
Oh yeah, at best.
Would I have got? Do I get opportunity attacks because I'm?
You're prone. Unfortunately, you don't.
Okay, just double checking. Thank you.
He also went out and around your threat range. Oh no, wait,
okay.
you have it.
I
You
have
have a
reach.
pole arm. Yes, but you
I
are
have pole
prone.
arm. That's why I asked.
I believe she
Yep.
still can, she just does it at disadvantage.
Oh my god, Cat.
Could I have attacked him with an opportunity attack? Or you know what? I'll just say no for now, and we'll remember it later.
Yep. So, as the sword hits the ground, you think that might be the last thing it does, as it lashes out to bite you, and it also misses. Would you like? So, how would you like to block that one?
You know what? I'm gonna wedge my hand right up in its face. No biting. We're not about that today.
Interesting technique to block the demon with a dog put on the head. No, we're not doing this. Okay. With that, the woman is cackling the whole time as you guys fall over and get engaged and stuff. And Varis, darling, it was an absolute pleasure seeing you again, but I have a meeting I need to attend to.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and she is gone.
A meeting? Oh no.
And as she disappears under the waterfall, all trace of her disappears.
Fuck. Well, there goes my hold person spell.
Next one, John, it's your turn.
Two-handed warhammer to the face.
Kick its ass, John.
By all means, let me have it. Ow. 7 bludgeoning damage.
That does not factor in the +1 damage, apparently. So it is 8 bludgeoning damage.
8 bludgeoning damage. Damn, dude. Nice hit.
As I just bring it down on his head.
All right. And so you're holding him on one side, kind of push him back a little bit, and then you bring the warhammer two-handed down on his head.
Yep.
All right. It reels back, but it doesn't seem like it felt it too much, as it just kind of shakes his head and just roars in your face. Hallis, your turn.
Would.
You're going to have to pick yourself up first, probably.
Note
Yeah,
to,
and that takes half your movement speed.
note to self, always cast hold person first. Always do it first.
Yep. Only have 15 movement.
To be fair, I
Lexi,
don't.
why is your cat on cocaine?
I don't know. Your cat's on cocaine too.
Great.
Go.
They're just chasing each other around the house, thundering at top speed.
They have the zoomies.
I've realized Samson's tail does a rattlesnake thing when he's about to pounce.
That's adorable.
Alright, I'm going to attack him, and then I'm probably going to need to activate a superiority power as soon as I violate. Probably
Do the violence. That did hit.
Sweet. I'm immediately using disarming attack.
All right.
Oh.
Sorry, I forgot to let go before I moved that.
All right.
Sweet.
That is not it. Okay.
He drops his weapon then.
Okay. So 7, 8, so it does 10 damage, right?
Yo.
All right.
Who
How do you
drops their
disarm him?
weapon?
Just fucking stab my rapier through his fucking hand and make him pull it away.
Nice. It was the demon creature, and with a shattering roar, he, with his hand pierced, he lets the sword drop with a humongous splash, soaking everybody around him. Bia.
Murder! I mean, the guy in front of me. I wish to stab him.
You gotta stand up.
That first.
Yes.
So I take out my movement and stand up, and then I stab him. Do I have to remove the... Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right. Go ahead and roll.
Actually, no. First, as a bonus action, I want to rage.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, go
Because
for it.
I got soaked. Now I'm... Yeah. One second, it's being slow. My roll 20 froze.
Oh no.
Exit out, come back in. We can wait for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fucking Metro.
What? Oh no. Don't give me more bad news.
One of the developers has said, if people want to boycott our game, we'll just have to not release the next one on PC.
Oh.
Ah!
How to EA your game in 10 seconds.
Jesus.
Jeez, Metro.
I'm sorry, that's up there with the Battlefield 5. If you don't like our games, don't buy them.
Don't buy them. Yep. And then nobody bought it.
I like the studio. They're remaking Stalker. People.
Yeah,
Shut
and
the
their
fuck up.
stance. and their stance on people saying we're not going to buy the game on the Epic stores, then we'll just have to stop releasing on PC because the market's too divided.
I'm guessing I missed.
Yeah, unfortunately you did. The water from your dreadlocks slaps you in the face and gets in your eyes. And the orc uses that to nimbly sidestep out of the way.
Okay, then can I, at the end of my turn, I'd like to use Storm of Fury.
Is that a bonus action that you can make?
No, it's when raging, you animate an aura in a 10-foot radius. At the end of each of your turns, you can choose a creature in your aura other than yourself, and the target must make a dexterity saving throw, a DC equal to 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your constitution modifier. They take 2d6 damage on a failed save and half as much on a success.
Okay. So they got to make a what save?
Make
Dex
a dex
save?
save.
Okay. I think he makes it.
Titty balls. Okay.
So that's half damage?
Yes, they take 1d6.
1d6 of damage. Okay. And that's flat. There's no extras to it.
Yeah, it's flat.
All right. Takes 5 damage. Or, I'm sorry.
I
It takes
ruined
2 damage.
I ruined their hair.
Yeah, you did muss it a little bit. They are. You see them kind of seize up and shiver a little bit before shaking their head and
So yeah, they
growling
take
at you.
however much lightning damage.
All right. 5 lightning damage. Okay. So that will be over to Othrix now.
Okay, so I'm gonna once again move up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so now I'm on the edge, and just want to double check the distance. Yeah,
Are you thinking that 6 feet down ain't too far away?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. It's a bad Creed reference.
Damn it! Wow. That took me a moment. That took me a moment, sir.
It's an old callback.
Yeah, Jesus. All right, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile on this orc. All three bolts.
Okay. And is that's direct damage, right? If I'm correct?
Yeah, it is. You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice. Now you see a dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage to its target. All right.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Cool. Spell level 1. That doesn't seem like a lot.
No, because it's 1d1.
Oh.
I'm sorry, it's 1d4 plus 1. So those 2, because you rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. So
You have 3 missiles, so do it 2 more times.
yeah.
Yep.
And okay, so submit. What? Okay, well, okay. Hang on. I've got something for this. So
Okay. Wow.
what? Okay, I'm using my meta magic to empower spell. When you roll damage for a spell, you can spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll a number of the damage dice up to your charisma modifier, which is 4. So I can re-roll all those d4s again.
Technically, it would just be 1 reroll because that's all the same spell that you cast. You're just re-rolling all of the damage for it.
Okay, that's fine. So, but it would replace all those ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is, instead of clicking that 3 times again, just do /R space 3d4 plus 3.
Yeah. So
Okay,
3.
that'd be the same thing.
4 plus 3. That's a lot
All right.
better.
There you go.
That is a lot better. That hurts. You can see that they very much did not like that, as each one slams into them, knocking them off balance.
Good.
Um,
And I'm no longer.
there's just craters of smoking flesh now. Congrats.
I wanted to do that to the woman, but you'll have to do. Shit.
So, yeah. So as a bonus action, you see it just throw down and growl. Like, it had another javelin in its hand ready to go, and it just throws it off the cliff and pulls out its great axe.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
Oh, is it dashing?
No, it's aggressive. As a bonus action, the orc can move up to its speed toward a hostile creature that it can see. So it uses its bonus action to move 5, and then it uses its movement to move
It's a
5.
bonus action dash if it's running towards an enemy.
Well, fudge buckets.
Yup. And since you cast an action, you're no longer invisible, so it can very clearly see.
Oh, quite! Standing on top of the waterfall. Help!
Actually, before that goes through, let me check and make sure that it doesn't fall over first. And it does!
Yes! Yes!
So as it's charging towards you with the great axe in its hand, and it's charging across the waterfall, you only smirk as its last step seems to hit just that extra bit of incline, and the whole thing slips out from under him, and he actually falls the 20 extra feet. You hear a really sickening snap as it hits the waterfall before it cascades over.
I count that! That's mine!
Eating on Peter Pan right here, right off this bridge.
Althalia, it's your turn.
Who's holding a weapon of the enemies?
Just this guy.
Yep, that guy.
And
He's
not
got
those
a
guys.
great axe in his hand. Now,
Technically,
just so you know,
I also wanted to pick up his weapon, but you moved out of my turn. But it's alright.
it's a bit big.
I'm gonna step on it then.
Okay, you can step on it.
Wait, so he doesn't have a weapon?
No, the demon does not have a weapon. He got disarmed. The orc behind him that's battling Bia does have one, but it's a wooden shafted great axe.
You're getting shafted, Bia.
What's he wearing?
Leather, for the most part. Leather and fur. There's a few buckles here and there, but it's nothing that you can see that would...
Are we
Nothing worth heat meddling.
are we in
Yeah.
Final Fantasy levels of buckles, or
No, we're not Lulu levels of buckles.
Are we in Kingdom Hearts levels of buckles?
No,
All
not
right.
even close.
You could always you could always use fairy fire or something similar.
Yeah, giving your friends advantage on attacks would definitely help out a lot.
please?
Wait, what am I doing?
Fairy fire.
So your spell Fairy Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and read it real quick.
Okay. It just lights them up.
And
Oh, that was below the screen. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it.
Yep. So essentially what you're doing is you're giving anybody that's attacking those two creatures a second d20 to attack it with.
Just be aware it's
you-
all creatures within that area, though.
Yep. So you'd
That's
be
fine.
all right. Each object in a 20-foot cube. So I believe that means that'd be a 4x4 square. Where are you putting it?
Um,
Right here.
right here.
So centering
In the
it
middle.
here.
Yeah.
was that,
So that way it hits both enemies.
will Bia and all of them
Yes,
be
we
illuminated?
Everybody's getting illuminated.
Okay.
If we fail the dex check, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's correct. So everybody make me D12 dexterity saving throws.
Except me.
And me. I'm not making one because I'm not in that radius.
I don't
No.
think John is in the 20-foot square either, so he should be.
I think he is actually, because she said it right here.
Ah,
yeah,
never mind.
he is.
You're
Yep.
quite in that.
I mean, I have goggles to operate in the day, because,
Drow.
yeah.
I keep misclicking, but it didn't work anyway. So
All right, so the orc is lit up, and nope, that's the wrong click. Ignore that.
Roll on that one.
All right, yeah, both of them are lit up too.
I'm the only one not lit up.
Cause I'm shiny.
No, please don't. I hate this.
All right.
That movie for me.
Althalia, would you like to move as well?
Would you like to step back 5 feet so you don't slip in the water?
Well, she can't step. Okay, go ahead.
I'll move here because I'll go down.
All right.
What am I making?
You're making an athletics check to stay upright.
Jesus.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Luckily, oh my goodness.
The water
All
is
right.
gonna kill us first. It's not gonna be these guys. I mean, the water
great.
has had the only kill so far.
That's true. That's true.
Mother Nature is the most overpowered druid.
So, Lexi, as you're running across, much of the same thing that befell Bia happened to you as well. You start to come to a stop, and you just kind of your legs keep going, even though your body wants to stay in one place, and you end up splashing down into the water. Luckily for everybody, it's not cold water.
Okay.
All right, so the orc is going to start fighting back Bia. Let's see here.
Water OP, please nerf.
Remember, he has advantage on me because I failed the dex check.
That's correct. So I'm going to use the first,
Might be a crit.
Yep. No.
It was
Yes!
a crit, just not
All
a
right,
crit.
so the 17 hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 11 slashing damage.
Okay, ouchie.
That's a big ouch there.
So pulls back and gets ready with a big two-handed swing that skirts the top of the water and up into your rib cage. That's minus 11. Which is 19. Now, just so everybody knows, you can click on your own token. The red circle indicates your current health. If you
Oh, I've been adjusting my health as well. But just on my sheet. Yeah. I shouldn't have 19 health, because I started out with 48, minus 7, then minus 11.
there you go.
So I'm going to do my own little math here, because I think
Oh, good.
we've been double dabbed.
We did. You're at 30.
Okay, cool.
Stop double dipping, guys.
There you go. All right.
No, Jesus!
Not 30. There we go. Okay.
Be it just level. Be
We
it's
got
now
it.
level
Good.
20.
Spontaneously. So the demon looks around for its great sword, rips the rapier out of its arm, proceeds to try to pick it back up. So, House, you're standing on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you care to make me a strength check, please?
Yeah.
Oh no, not a saving throw. Well, I mean, it's the same though.
Ah, darn it.
Okay. So it manages to scoop the sword back up and is wielding it, but it doesn't manage to push you over. It just kind of makes you stumble along. That being said, because you were the one that stabbed it, it is going to attempt to hit you with the greatsword.
It doesn't like you.
Wait.
And you are not lit up with the fairy fire, so it doesn't get another attack.
Oh,
No,
thank
it
God.
doesn't. No, I don't have that yet. Darn.
What's the AC?
18, so he hits. I was
Okay.
checking to see if I had a thing that I thought I took, but I did not.
Okay. And then Varis, he's going to take a swing. He's going to take another bite at you. Probably not going to hit.
Hard no there, friend.
Man, yeah, it's just how you blocking it.
Awesome.
Nope.
Just bopping it up on the nose.
I'm just gonna, just push him back with the warhammer a little bit.
I love it. All right, back to the top of the round. John.
How's a 15 to smack this guy in the face?
It works. So 9 bludgeoning damage.
10, because it's not factoring the one from the +1 weapon, and the sheet is fighting me on that update.
Okay. As the warhammer slams into its ribs, you feel it twist around, and suddenly you have a sword coming at your head.
Oh.
Hard no on the miss there.
But maybe.
Nope.
Yep.
No.
That's a hard no there, buddy. Okay.
That's a hard no.
No.
9,
Still
10, 11,
miss.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 hit your AC?
No.
Damn. All right.
He's
You didn't
fighting
expect that one, but you still managed to block it.
He's fighting the 2 heavy armor boys.
Yeah.
So
All right,
first, my AC is a 21.
Oh, 21. Right. Oh, shit. That's right.
God
You were
bless
hard
the
one to hit.
paladins.
Yeah, he's 21. I'm 18.
Okay.
And I negate crits.
Ooh, adamantine.
Yep. The one piece of nice gear I spent money on. Adamantine breastplate.
Nice.
There you go. All right, Hallis, your turn.
Boy. I'm going to take a bonus action, and I'm going to try and knock him down.
Okay.
And so I get to take the shove action as a bonus action. And so he needs to use... It's a contest, so he needs to use athletics or acrobatics to contest my athletics check.
All right, athletics it is. Oh God.
Ah, damn it!
No way.
I could not roll above a 10.
Apparently you're both slipping and sliding. You just slip worse.
Oh no.
Failed that, but I'm just going to stab him in the face now again. Whatever, I guess
What?
I'll stab him. Oh wait, he's glowing, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Another d20, so it's a crit.
Oh, he is glowing.
Oh, no. Almost a crit. So he takes 9 of piercing damage.
All right.
And I'm going to disarm him again.
All right, let's roll that strength real quick.
More damage.
He is not disarmed this time.
Still takes the 1 extra damage, though.
Okay. You're starting to see through all of the bruising and slashing and stuff that he is starting to feel this battle. You see him kind of breathing a little bit heavy as he's encountering both of the 2 heavy boys at the same time. Bia, your turn.
Woo!
Come on, Bia. Kick his ass.
I'm gonna stab him.
Do the stabby.
He's in fairy fire, don't forget.
Mhm.
Yep, my roll 20 is once again frozen.
Oh, jeez. Let me reread Fairy Fire. How long
It's
does
entirely
it...
possible mine. Oh, there we go. Wait.
Really?
I think I rolled normal, but that time, let me.
10 rounds is how long Fairy Fire lasts, unless you lose this concentration.
Okay,
That's
I'm just
fine.
gonna roll a d20 again because I only rolled that normally. Yeah, that's not better.
All right, I think you're fine. I'll rule that you can keep up the concentration even though you slipped. Because it's normally like... So if you, Lexi, if you cast a spell with concentration tag
Yeah.
on it under the time, that means that if something basically throws you out of concentration, like being attacked, taking damage, being thrown off the side of a ship in the middle of a storm, that kind of stuff, it can break the spell and whatever effects it has. Or if you cast another spell that has concentration on it. So I was trying to determine if you slipping and falling in the water would break your concentration, but I don't. It seems to be worded more for like harsher stuff, like if you fell off the waterfall, things like that. Okay, what was that roll for? My apologies, Bia.
Oh,
Crit.
well, yeah, that was my advantage.
Okay, his AC is not going to be enough to block that, so he takes the 9.
9?
Yeah, because it would be 9 piercing damage because for some reason my My weapon's not taking the +1 to the weapon, so yay.
Okay.
And then I want to use my my Storm's Fury, so he rolls the
Yeah, no
damage.
matter what, it's taking another one. Unless you can take a minimum of 1, which means that extra little bit of shock kills him.
Zippy, zippy, zippy.
Oh,
Just
good.
falls over, twitching dead.
I know who I'm attacking now.
I still have my movement. May I move 1 block down so I'm within my melee of the demon guy?
You should be within melee of him to begin with. Yeah, you are.
Okay, well, I want to scream at him loudly, like I'm
Okay.
annoying.
Ah!
And I want to move within 5 feet of him so I can use Sentinel, because I think Sentinel only works within 5 feet as opposed to the range of my weapon.
I believe so.
So I'm going to move within 5 feet of him.
I think it's that's only if it attacks a creature other than you. It's
Yep.
within 5 feet, yeah. To hit something that
Precisely.
moves just your range.
Okay. That will be Othrix's turn.
All right, I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to stay where I am because I'm very far away from everything, and I like that. 30 feet. Awesome. I'm going to cast Magic Missile on the demon. But I'm going to cast it at 2nd level. So that's 44 plus 4. Because I think I had another one. Yeah. Any 2nd
Yep.
level. So let me just. Should I just type out 44 plus 4 at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Did you magic missile him again?
Well, I haven't magic.
Should be 3.
I cast it at 2nd level.
I don't think it has.
Oh, I need to roll an advantage.
It doesn't matter.
Oh
you
yeah,
always
yeah,
because it's
advantage
on
is
me.
D20.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hi.
you're good. Good looking out, though.
Yeah.
All right, so does 13 damage?
Yep.
All right. How's Varis? You guys kind of duck to the side a little bit as 3 small motes of light come in and just blow up against it like somebody just fired a grenade launcher at it. Craters of flesh splash down into the water that is quickly turning red. Come on, game. Let me. Thank you.
Boy, can Althalia kill Steel?
Do it.
Maybe.
Althalia, for the weak.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna step up here. Do I need to make a check?
I'm gonna say no, just because it was 5 feet.
Okay.
Kind of shuffling over.
Wrong window.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that off of you, since you are no longer prone. Oh, you already did. Thank you.
Goodness. So to roll or to hit with my rapier, I just click on rapier.
That's correct. That'll throw the first d20 as well as any damage dice.
Don't forget
So
you
you
have
have-
advantage.
Yep. Since it's
And then
fairy
roll
fire.
one more d20.
That's correct. You got it. Now what you can do is you can hover over where it says to hit, and it will tell you all of the bonuses that it added to that roll.
I forget. I haven't played on Roll20 in forever. What do I type in?
So /R space 1d20.
Okay.
And then because you have your +2 proficiency bonus and +2 to your dexterity for the attack, you just put a +4. So 1d20 +4.
Wow.
Okay. So luckily you get to pick the better of the 2 d20 rolls, which is the 14. But that... Crap. Wait. Matches are Fender, right?
If it meets, it beats. So she wins. If she matches its AC, she damages him.
Okay.
Meets it beats. I like that. I'll remember that.
I do like that.
That is the easiest way to remember that.
Dang.
Yep. If the total of the roll plus modifiers equals or exceeds the target's AC, it hits. Congrats. You hit it. So
Yay.
you're doing 5 piercing damage. Okay. Where would you like to hit?
Probably its leg.
Hit him in the nards.
So you
No, I
pull
wanna
back. Go ahead.
I want to see if I can, like, cripple it a little, you know? That's, like, what I'm aiming for, so that
Okay.
it can't stand.
That's a specific type of hit, but you can absolutely try and slash its Achilles heel.
That's what I was going for. I figured I won't be able to do it because of the damage dealt, but...
Oh no, absolutely. You fucking go for it. You pull a deep carving into its leg, and it roars and batters around a little bit. But it's its turn, so it gets to figure out who it wants to hit this time around.
Not
Eeny,
me.
meeny, miny, mo.
So it doesn't seem to be getting anywhere with the dark armored one, so it's going to go after the pale armored one. So Hallis.
Sentinel feet.
Oh my goodness!
Made a mistake.
Wow.
Oh wait, this is great. So you're gonna attack him, and I'm going to attack him.
Wait, do you have
Riposte.
Sentinel? Do you have? Oh shit! Ah.
All right.
We are a brutal party at close quarters.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. I have to start getting some more mages involved.
17
Oh, wait.
damage from me.
Do I roll with advantage because he's fairy fired, or no?
And did I
because
get to
it's a
attack?
reaction?
So it's his turn, and basically what they're doing is because he didn't attack Bia, Bia's getting to attack, and since he
And
attacked
because you
Hallis,
attacked Hal- Alright,
and
I mean,
missed.
I'm gonna turn it around.
they're basically just punishing him for being an idiot,
I
not
get-
attacking the right
Do we
person.
get advantage on these hits because it's Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that one then.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm just imagining the cave troll scene where he swings, misses, somebody moves in from the side, smacks him.
Yep, pretty
Yeah.
much. All right, so you get an extra 5,
So 13 plus 5 is, I think.
18. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely you hit. So 8 piercing damage.
I
Good.
did
Plus
17.
one.
So
So it's
that's
9 piercing damage.
so it's 9 piercing damage. Okay, so it's the trail of water that's running around Athalia's legs at this point is just bright crimson from the amount of blood that's coming and just gushing from him at this point. It's roaring, it's stumbling, it's trying its best to fight back. At which case, because Bia is the one that reached out and stabbed him in his side, he's going to lash out and try and bite her. And you know what? I wish I would have done that to Varis now. God damn it.
It hits.
The only person that it would hit everybody at this point. I just got to try and get over 21 at the point. All right,
It's really hard to hit
Yep.
high armor, boys.
yeah, take 8 damage. Bia. And we go back to the top of the round, which is Varis.
A lot of HP. Jesus.
Kick his ass, John. Kick his ass.
This was meant to be a little bit tougher of a fight.
Do you use flanking Sarge?
For advantage, yeah, but you guys already have advantage since you're fighting him.
Right,
Just
I've
putting
been
that out
forgetting to
there.
roll advantage.
Oh man.
I'm just putting that out there in case Althalia loses concentration, that we should still, for all of us, have advantage.
So that's a 21 to hit with 12 damage.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
I like that me and Bia did 26 damage to him on his own turn.
Yeah, on his turn. Congratulations. How are you hitting him, John?
I figure he's just getting beaten around, and I'm just gonna swing it upward for that uppercut to the chin.
Yep. You feel
With the
you feel it rattle in your hands as a couple of teeth fall out and drift lazily down
I would
the
think I
river.
took some jaw with me, given how hard I'm hitting him.
Oh yeah, you're definitely hitting to the point where it's starting to make divots in his skin.
He's fixing a divot.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I'm gonna taunt it.
Okay.
Abandoned by your master to die.
It doesn't quite seem to understand you, but the fact that you're talking to it has made it enraged.
Wait, do you speak Infernal, John?
I don't care if it understands me or not.
Okay.
This is Varis we're talking about. He doesn't care if they understand the shit talking as long as the shit talking gets said.
Yeah, true.
Shit talking is a universal language.
I can't tell
I'm
what
sure
you
he
said,
can
but I can.
I'm sure it can understand. I don't feel threatened by you.
Like math and corn dogs.
House, your turn.
I stab him.
With
I press-
advantage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not queuing when I click. Oh yeah, it is queuing. I'm just ignoring the queue, I guess. Yeah. That's
Oh, hey, there's things that you can. Okay, so if everybody looks at the top of their sheet, there should be a roll button. Or sorry, like a. Hold on, let me double check. Make sure it's.
Yeah,
actually
there's a
on
little
your sheet.
advantage thing you can click. Like
Yeah,
different
if
type
you
of rolls.
click where it highlights advantage or disadvantage, it will actually give you 2 rolls for anything that you click.
yeah.
Oh, you
Click
can
on
also
it.
have advantage plus and disadvantage. Like,
Yeah, that's
double.
because this is Crix's sheet and he uses a different type of advantage. Like
Yeah.
advantages stack in his. Anyway, yeah, I
Interesting.
hit him for 12 damage.
12 damage.
I rolled like an 18. in total.
All right. Yeah, that absolutely hits. How you hitting him?
Just fucking stab him in the chest some more.
Damn. Yeah, just a fresh plume of gushing blood has come out, and it is staggered. Yeah.
3 guesses what I'm going to do, and the first one doesn't count.
Crochet.
Embroider?
Yes, I'm going to use my pike as an embroidery tool.
You are an artist when it comes to that thing.
I'm going to embroider using your intestines. No, Granny.
Oh.
Aww.
Ooh, that's with advantage too. Damn.
What is disadvantage?
So
I rolled a 2.
2.
Aww.
She got a 3 and a 2.
Aww.
So
It's okay, I can still lightning him.
by all means, go ahead, because he has
Yes,
batted
I
your pike away.
He has to roll
What does he have to roll?
dexterity save. So when he bats away my pike, I'm just gonna use my other hand to just like
Oh, man.
got static.
Yeah, he does not make it. What's your what's the damage?
Buzz.
Bia? What's the
I'm
damage for
rolling
that? Okay. Oh boy.
Oh.
So that
Damage.
So with a gigantic shudder, you can see lightning crawling up its face, and just suddenly you see something thump inside of its chest and literally push its chest outward, and it falls over dead.
Oh.
clear.
Congratulations, Bia. You literally blew his heart up. He had 3 HP left. Well, congratulations, guys. You have successfully fought a Tanaruk.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Yeah,
accomplished.
you broke his heart.
I know. I rejected him, and he found it so shocking.
You're just, all of you, if you look up at Authorix, he's just like pointing down at the guy at the bottom of the waterfall and just looking up, looking down, smiling.
He's not got like both hands in the air giving thumbs up. Yeah, I did it.
Nice one, Authorix.
So, as good as this victory feels, you do realize that somebody in particular has gotten a head start on you guys.
Fuck.
Time to
Oh, who
hustle.
was that bitch?
No time to talk. Let's go.
No, I think this
Aw,
is the first
look.
perfect time to talk.
I'm gonna try to loot the guy in front of me. Anything good?
He's got a big sword.
Yeah, he's got a big ass sword, but it's too big for you.
Okay. What about the other guy?
You managed to pick up an extra javelin that didn't break.
Sweet. Cool.
Take
it in running.
As I follow...
However, does anybody want to make me a perception check on those bodies?
Yes.
Sure.
All right.
They didn't look like they had any decent buttons on their
Jesus Christ.
Oh, come on.
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
Okay. So, Othrix, you're too enthralled with yourself for having tricked that orc into falling to his own death.
It was all part of my plan. You see,
You're entirely convinced that was the best way to do it, and it worked out perfectly.
all according to plan.
Varys, looking across those bodies, you recognize a lot of things. However, the collars are new. You don't remember ever being collared during your time. So the orcs have basically leather straps across their necks with a buckle on them. You're not exactly sure what they do, or even if they're enchanted or anything, but she's definitely changed a little bit. 9 times out of 10, she just left the mark on their faces, which you can see basically dictate that these were her slaves. She's powerful enough in her own society that nobody touches her property. So they're pretty much free to go where they want. You remember a couple things about that. It did give you a kind of a rank almost among slaves. There were a lot of other drow that just couldn't touch you, but she was definitely not one of them. So you see that same fresh mark. It looks like these guys were actually captured pretty recently, basing on the scarring from the brand. Bia, you notice a lot of the same things. You also notice that these guys don't have anything in the way of rations. They actually only have their weapons and their clothes. That's it. They're carrying nothing else, which in and of itself is pretty strange. Almost like they weren't expecting a long trip, or a trip without a place they can stay.
Huh. No rations. They either knew where they were going, or these guys were about as expendable as they turned out to be.
Author, roll me Arcana.
Woohoo! I feel useful. I'm useful.
The mark on the demon is different. It's obscenely difficult to enslave anything basically that's not humanoid from a different plane.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing with all of its horns and scales and now cuts, you notice that while everybody else has a particular brand on them, on their face, this one has a much more detailed brand.
Okay.
It's actually a little bit frightening to know that whatever has just walked through that waterfall had the ability to enslave a demon.
Varis. That's a demon. That's an enslaved demon.
How astute.
Exactly. I'm known for that. I went to school. Who the hell can enslave a demon?
Obviously, someone who's pretty powerful.
And someone who knows you. Okay, no, we're not playing this game. We are chasing after a very dangerous woman, and we need to know what we're up against.
You pretty much just summed it up. She's a very dangerous woman that can enslave demons. You know everything I know, buddy.
Apparently not, since she knew you and we didn't know her.
Othrix, how long have you been alive?
About 60 years.
I've been around for about 400. After a while, people just tend to think they know you.
Fair enough. I think the woman who thinks she knows you is getting away.
Exactly. Now let's go.
Let's go.
Well, excuse
If
me.
Optics wants to keep arguing, I can pick him up and we can keep arguing while we go.
No. Fine, but we are not done talking about this.
You maybe not.
Maybe not.
All right. So you guys approach the waterfall, and it's pretty clear that whatever ruin was here, the river has come over it. Like, it's not that anything diverted it to specifically hide it, but it's been here so long that the river just kind of developed over it. There's a lot of worn erosion on the rocks themselves. Othrix, you recognize that any runes or notes of note have been completely eroded by this point. It's been so long.
Oh.
However, there is a large doorway that's present behind the waterfall.
Like carved intentionally, not just a cave?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Can I just make a quick check as I'm going through to see if it has anything to do with the Age of Coal?
Yes, you may.
Cool. History check.
With advantage.
Ooh, I will take that then. Okay, not bad.
All right, not bad. It is very old, from what you can tell. The scale is heating slightly under your hands.
Okay, immediately I stop. And I begin to kind of wave it around. Where does it start to feel like more heat? From further in?
Toward the door.
I just kind of start walking towards, scale out.
Are you saying would you say that your entire perception is on that scale?
Yeah. No, because I'd be looking out for what is causing this. I'm not dumb. I've been dungeon delving with this thing before. I'm not pulling this.
Okay, go ahead and make me a perception check at disadvantage. Then.
Okay, fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. No, I'm not. I'm not okay with that.
If you would like to, please and thank you. Go ahead and make me... Oh, crap. Come on. One second.
Okay.
I had it. I thought I did, but apparently it's behind the paywall.
I'm just going to wait here, waiting for my inevitable doom.
Is anybody gathering around him while he does this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Pretty much everybody?
Probably.
Sounds like it.
Everybody make me a deck save, please.
Dear.
As Joshua and Othrix trigger a trap.
I rolled at disadvantage, so that would...
Oh, Josh! Move back from your microphone, please.
Oh, wait, what happened?
Suddenly you got a shit ton louder for me.
How? I didn't do it.
I'm not sure.
He's the same volume. You might want to check your settings. Sorry.
You know what? Yep, you're right. I probably hit my...
I'm living
Oh,
up to
my
my
bad.
name.
I accidentally clicked it twice.
Oh,
The 7 is my original.
Okay.
I accidentally rolled at disadvantage, so it'd be 6.
So much better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's not a natural 1.
So, Varis and Hallis, you guys see the mote of energy kind of glowing underneath his feet
Moat of
before he
energy.
steps on.
Lovely.
And both of you manage to get to either side of the door before it goes up, but there's literally no chance to give anybody else any warning. So everybody else will take all right, everybody takes 13. Hallis and Varis, you guys managed to get the edge of this with 6 apiece, 6 HP.
I take 0.
Works for me. as a massive column of fire just bursts out from the moat outward through the waterfall, harsh enough that it boils away the water.
Immediately start cursing in Draconic.
You might want to put your crest out.
No. I immediately just dive into the water.
So,
Ow! Bia's not looking so hot.
yeah, as you kind of recover yourself, you're still holding your scale, thankfully. You realize that you are chasing down a set of ruins after a spellcaster who does not want you to follow her.
Oh, shit balls. That was not part of the ruins. That was from our friend.
Good to know. Remind me to pay her back.
Ow.
How's everybody feeling after that?
Like I shouldn't be trusting the treasure hunter.
On a scale of 0 to 48, I'm about a 9.
Why, Bia? What a very specific scale.
So, Hallis, you're the only one that actually managed to kind of like completely avoid that one by your use of your shield. Any wise words for everybody?
Maybe you should keep your eyes open.
I was looking for traps associated with ruins, not from traps set by spellcasters.
Yeah, imagine he just like jumped away, like ducked down and covered himself with the shield completely, so it just didn't hit him at all.
Everybody's a little extra crispy here.
Anybody got some aloe?
You've got 4 health potions.
You have 4 bottles of aloe.
I mean, yes, we're sorry you're hurt, but...
I'm saving those for later.
God, you're one of those.
So, it's up to you guys how you want to proceed now. You have an opening into a set of ruins that the previous owner to Varis has escaped into. It's obvious that she's left a few surprises for you guys along the way. And those orcs weren't meant as anything more than a distractionary measure in case she encountered anybody.
Great. Is the scale still glowing? Still warm?
Yes, it is. It is still warm. It's not hot, and it only got a little bit hotter as you motion toward the ruins. And again, the scale only indicates age until it gets really hot, and then that indicates something.
Power. Okay.
Yeah.
Something old, something magical. Well, something magical relating to age goal. Great. Well, there's something magical down there. Something from the Age of Coal, obviously. I don't know if it relates to the portal or something else entirely, but we need to go down there.
Do we want to take a rest first, or should I suck it up?
I mean, the question is, do we want to try to keep on our heels? Or have we lost that at this point?
To be fair, it took us a while to kill the creatures we've probably lost. For the most part.
I mean, I just... So, okay. If she is running down there, she says she has a meeting. The only thing down there that we are aware of is a portal to the elves. Why is she...
might want...
Lexi, you would be the only person to know that the elves currently live in the Feywild.
Maybe they live underground?
No, she told us this.
That they live in the Feywild?
Yeah, because she told us they didn't have room in the Feywild. She was telling us about the expansion.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're right. My fault.
Yeah.
My apologies. Yeah, so you guys do know that somewhere in that ruins is a way to get to the Feywild. You just don't know what it is or how it Oh no, you would. She would have told you. Essentially, it's just this pathway itself is a portal.
Oh, okay.
You go through the ruins, emerge the other side, and you're in the Feywild.
Okay, well, she may not be going directly to meet the elves, but she is meeting someone in the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
Given her pet, I don't know if we necessarily want her to make that meeting.
Or at least try to interrupt it while it's happening.
Well, I'm not the one that's on fire, so I'll leave that to you guys.
I don't think any of us are on fire anymore.
Okay, so just so
There-
everybody's on the same page, a discussion about a short rest. You need to have at least 1 hour downtime where you're not
Exactly.
doing anything more than essentially tending to wounds, eating.
Varis,
you
you
can
know her.
you can spend your hit dice, as many hit dice as you want, to regain hit points. Essentially, you just roll them. Each one gives you a bonus hit, or gives you extra HP back. But the only time that you regain those hit dice is after a long rest, which is at least 8 hours of rest.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, Varis is the one who has more experience with her than all of us.
Yep. I say we should go after her.
My thoughts exactly.
Got it.
All right.
Put,
Anybody checking down some potions before you run out?
put the
I'm
field
gonna take-
rations away.
I'm going to have my one potion that is not going to affect my taste.
Go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
Where's everybody HP wise?
25.
21.
22.
21 out of 34.
45.
All right, whoever's eating
Varys was
field
untouched
rations.
in that fight. Yeah. Lexi's got her big old bag of gummy bears she's fishing out of right now.
I'm gonna mute as soon as I can find the little button. I can't find the damn button.
Story of my life.
Okay, so if you guys push forward, essentially you go into a dark, narrow passageway. Keep your eyes peeled, but it doesn't seem like there's, at least in this stretch of hallway, doesn't seem like there's much else. Far be it from a spellcaster to drop all of their spells on one particular stretch of hallway unless they really wanted to kill you.
Be great if
But
she
it seems
did.
like she's just it seems like she's more just, again, wasting your time than anything. You move through this. What's your guys' order? What's the marching order? You have about two squares wide, we'll call it. You know, two people.
I'll be up front.
I'll take the rear.
I'll be up front with
Be in the
him,
middle.
since I'm familiar with dungeons. Ruins and such. And I'm still like kind of guiding myself with the scale.
So I'll be the other back, and Thalia can. Yeah,
Take
Thalia
the
can
middle.
be in the middle. You know.
Okay. So as you guys move forward, I'm assuming everybody's going to be making perception checks, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go with the passives for now. As you move forward, it's dark. It's very dark. As soon as you get out of the range of the light in here, Varis and Othrix, you guys, even with your dark vision, it's starting to limit. Like it's pretty dark down here. There's the smell of moss and algae coaxing upward as the remnants of some of the water comes and trails downward. The ruins themselves kind of slope downward, gentle enough so that it's not threatening to make you slide down. You don't need stairs, but you do have to take a few extra, a little extra processing power to make sure you're not stepping on anything too hard, lest you slip. Progress is fairly slow, at least until you reach a larger room. As you look around, is anybody straight human or does not have dark vision?
I do not have dark vision.
Okay, so you two in the back, are you guys going to light torches because it's complete darkness down here?
Yeah.
I can cast light.
No, you can
Cantrip.
cast light, I guess. He also is blind because dragons don't.
Yeah,
have
I
dark
do not
vision.
have dark vision. So I was just double checking that. I'm like, I actually don't see dark vision. So I cast light on the staff I got, the druid staff.
The druid staff. Okay.
Yep.
Which you still haven't figured anything out about yet.
I have a general
did
idea.
you?
I was from your description, I think it's life stealing or something like that because Oakenhand kind of demonstrated on a tree.
Yes.
Yes. So I believe I
I
was
do
going to
remember
use
that.
it on that orc, but the waterfall kind of did me a solid.
Yeah, it would have hurt. By the way.
I know. So I know. So yeah, I cast light on my staff and I pull a little Gandalf in front.
Okay. It seems to be as best you can tell, just a small idol room. There's a couple busts of iconography that you're not really familiar with, actually. That just leads to another upward sloping pathway. That's the word.
Can I obviously I can't stay and make more detailed notes, but can I just take a passing history check or something and try to figure out
Religion.
religion? Yeah. Okay.
Anybody else want to investigate anything in here?
Damn it.
Nope.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not super familiar with these, which is surprising.
Yeah.
You're not sure. It's definitely no gods of the pantheon that you all worship.
For shits and giggles, can I see if they look familiar?
Yeah, go for it.
This is
What would I roll?
You would roll religion.
I swear to God, Bia gets better than me.
Now she's going to.
Yeah, I
she
know
said-
because I've invoked the gods.
Yeah. These aren't familiar.
Ah.
I mean, you think you recognize a few, but they're so twisted. Like you think maybe one looks kind of like Shadal's icon, but the way the extra couple branches that it has, the way it kind of twists on the pedestal itself, you're not sure. Like you can't put your finger on it. This other one over here kind of looks like oh god.
Cullen.
Which one?
Yeah, there's a few of them. It looks like the listeners. Normally just a blank triangle, but there's growths on it. There's different twists and turns, and it's kind of, if it wasn't the fact that it was stone, you feel like somebody could have grabbed it and then just twisted it in both hands, and then put it up back on the pedestal, and you're not
that's
sure
pretty
why.
I don't know if I like that.
These are old. Very old. I don't know. I've never seen their like before, but this is...
Scale is very warm.
They're all twisted.
Oh,
Like someone just fucked them up.
based upon where I am, would I know if it's in this room with us or still further along?
It is the room.
Okay, so basically I'm just moving around and it does not.
Again,
Yes.
the way you've managed to interpret your scale so far is that the warmth itself, just being warm, indicates age.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily indicate relation to call. It's when it gets fiery hot.
Got
and
it.
starts physically burning you. That's when it's a call related.
Got it. Cool. This room is old. Far older than anything. I mean, this may very well date back from before the time of Cull.
Oh, these gods look like someone took some clay and spun it around like that one time I accidentally knocked into that sculptor's work in progress.
I don't.
You, Bia, Hallis, you specifically recognized kind of the Harux's pedestal, the god of myth and legends. And everybody starts to kind of piece together that every single idol in here is one of the gods, just in a twisted form of your pantheon. There's 5 main ones kind of scattered around the area, and those have the largest of the pedestals, but those are also the most twisted. At one point, you can swear that the Four-Horn, the god of harvest and death, has been twisted into something that, if you look at it just right, the way that the light's coming off of Josh's staff, looks kind of like a screaming face as the soul is leaving its body. You're not sure, but it definitely gives you that feeling.
This place is ominous.
I think we should move on. I'm not one to say that much, but I don't think this place is good for any of us.
Anybody want a saltwater bath after this?
I just had one, but thank you.
Lexi.
What?
Make me a history check.
History.
You're about 80% sure these weren't here last time.
Okay, then.
Well, I don't... Well, Miss Bard, I don't know... Were these put here by your people?
If so, elves are more fucked up than I thought.
I don't know. They weren't here last time I was here.
Oh no.
How long ago was that?
I don't know. Sarge, how long was it?
I think we said you've been wandering for, 100 years?
I thought it was like 150, 125, okay. Somewhere in there.
We'll call it 150.
Okay.
It's about the same as the memory of it. It's really vague. We can kind of put it wherever we want. 125, 150, maybe 200 years, Not really sure.
Stop counting after a while.
So this hasn't always been here. Somebody put these here.
Fairly
recent. I think fairly recently. I'm not sure if that's more disconcerting or less.
I assume nobody wants to touch any of these?
Nope.
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 Not even with a 10-foot spear.
Othrix knows when not to touch things.
Varis, what's going through your head?
Varis?
John.
What's going through your head?
Nothing I'm sharing with the party right now.
That works. All right. Do you guys want to continue?
Yes, carefully.
Make me Arcana checks, please.
All of us?
Everybody. Because now you all know that there's traps.
Hello, yes.
Okay. Pretty much everybody, let's see what Bia rolls. Yep, everybody but Bia, and only barely, catch the... So, as you progress forward, the light comes across a set of stones that are set out in front of you. And Joshua, you absolutely notice that there are some runes quickly carved in them that look like almost they're moving and shimmering on the stones themselves.
Yeah.
Everybody else, you would notice various kind of undulations. It almost looks like the rocks themselves are kind of moving or shifting. It's a dangerous terrain spell. Essentially, it would turn those stones into quicksand.
I immediately put out my staff to stop anybody from going forward.
It's pretty easy to counterspell. She hasn't put any wards or anything on it. Honestly, you can just strike your staff through the runes itself and ruin the spell. Okay, but you can tell that it was very intentionally put to distract you.
Okay, great. So that's what I do, and just kind of muck it all up.
Yep. Everybody sees as soon as he starts striking the runes, the ground seems to firm up again. Doesn't feel as
Bedrock.
you're supposed to stay solid.
People say I'm weird.
Yes, they do.
It's not exactly not earned. Yeah.
I never said it wasn't.
All right.
All right.
Looks safe. Let's press forward.
All right. So the ramp upward, not as treacherous because there's no water, but there's a distinctly different feeling as you're crawling up the other side. Hallis, you specifically, since you've never been to the anybody who has not been to the Feywild before, your hair starts standing up on the back of your neck, like you're being watched,
No.
like something's stalking you, preying on you. There's a general feeling. No, so Varis, you have been here before, even if you may not remember it. And Althalia, you've obviously lived here. Everybody else, however, this is a very much a predatorial feel. You feel like you are prey for something much larger than you. And it's just biding its time.
Sphincter tightening.
Nope. We're in the nope wood.
You see a light start to grow wider, and it doesn't feel right. Normally, when you come into sunlight or you walk out of a dark house or a dark set of ruins, there's a very yellow feeling, a very sunlight associated feeling. As you approach this light, it feels more white than what you're used to. It's almost more pure. It feels awkward on your skin as you start to approach the surface. And finally, as you reach through top, you emerge into basically a pile of bricks with an opening into one of the largest forests you could even imagine. The forest itself, imagine redwoods if redwoods were the norm.
Oh, jeez.
These are tall trees. The underbrush that you walk out into feels strange under your feet. Familiar, but strange. There's chirping and growls and various noises in the distance that are not in the least bit familiar to you. Except for Lexi. Althalia, you feel at home again, for once. All of this is so familiar to you.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like you kind of relax for just a little bit. However, Varis, you don't like this. This is too familiar.
I'm ready to turn around now.
Nope. Varis.
Ferris, if I have to suffer through this, so do you.
I mean,
This is familiar enough, but you don't remember it. You don't remember why it's setting you on edge.
Warhammer's coming back out.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's actually quite pleasant with the birds, the trees, the tall
Did you
trees.
Fall on your head, Othrix?
I'm pretty sure the answer to that. I'm pretty sure we don't want to know the answer to that. Because if not, I'm going to be even more disappointed in him.
So as you, there's a small hill in front of you, and you notice that there's a break in the tree line. You should be able to see a good glimpse of what you're looking forward to. Would you guys like to approach it and look through?
Carefully, but yes.
So as you go up to the hill itself, Lexi, you're actually getting pretty excited because you know what's about to happen.
Mhm.
As soon as you step up onto that hill, there's a perfect break in the tree line that encompasses one of the most gorgeous cities you think you have ever seen in your life. It looks like it's almost made out of crystal. If that crystal had been grown from a base state. If it had grown out of some kind of a tree, almost. Beautiful spires that stretch up higher than the trees around them. A massive wall built of just this intricate craftsmanship. And even from here, you can tell that every square inch of that wall is covered in some type of carving. The light, that white, pure light, hits it and just reflects all across the background behind it. Welcome to the Elven City in the Feywild. And we're going to end it there. I want to see if I can find... I had a picture for it, and apparently I didn't save it, which would have made this a lot more impactful. So I'm going to try and find it again.
Look, Mr. Frodo, we're going to see the elves.
But I think we're going to call it here, just so that I don't go into a new section before we go into... I actually expect you guys to do a bit more with the ruin, the idol, but that's okay. We can always hit it on the way back. Oh no, it's trust me.
That was a no calling.
I totally understand it, and I love the fact that you guys were that creeped out by it. It means I did my job. But so first session back, I know it was a little bit of a shorter one than I expected, but I figure we've probably been sitting a bit longer than everybody's too, and especially without any visual aid. But what did you guys think?
I had fun.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I had fun.
Be smashed. I'm pleased.
Althalia actually got to fight something.
Fight in
Awesome.
quotation marks.
I did damage. I did a lot of damage. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Was it you or
It
the
was,
waterfall?
2 magic missiles? I did a fair amount of
Magic
damage.
missile something.
Sure.
It did some finger waggling for sure.
Yes. And
Well,
I had an assist.
I had a blast. You guys are going to be coming up on a section that's going to be a bit more intriguing than combat oriented,
Cool.
depending on how you do. I do have kind of a open sandbox type area. Everybody's going to have an opportunity to interrogate, talk, to try and figure out information. So I do encourage you guys to, in the roll up for next session, try and come up with different ways that you can talk to and communicate with. Try to figure out information. I want, with this next session coming up, everybody's going to have to hit footwork. There's a lot of information to find to unravel the mystery that you're walking into, and everybody will have skills that are applicable and can find. So come up with things that your character would do, would try to figure out, would make checks for, and I will have answers and provide you guys with information based off of the success. Okay?
Hey guys,
Mhm.
Althalia is being put into a very delicate diplomatic situation.
With Bia.
With the
Just think about this.
Don't worry.
We should go and run around by ourselves. We'll take Callus with us and Varis.
Don't worry. I got to be the impromptu rogue because I bet I have the highest stealth.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, I think you do. Okay, so let's do good thing, bad thing. We'll start from top to bottom like we always do. Josh, go ahead.
Damn it. One thing I liked. I liked playing again. I'm glad that we're playing again. I missed it. And I'm glad that Althalia survived the battle and actually had a good time. And was useful in finding some things. One thing I didn't like, I kind of wish we could go on another 3 hours, but I understand. So,
Gotcha.
yeah. Happy that we're
Cool.
playing,
Maddie?
sad that we're not playing longer.
Maddie, what you got?
One good thing I liked boating. Boating was fun. And I also kind of liked combat a little bit because I got to stab and lightning. I lightninged a dude's heart to death. Please
A
take
demon's
little bit.
heart.
I caught his heart. One thing I didn't like, I felt like I would have liked to be able to explore the area, loot the bodies a little more thoroughly, and really explore the ruins, but I felt like we had to rush because we were following somebody. So I hope we get to go through the ruins on the way back at least and maybe get more clues about just lore and shit and why the disturbing statuary and other things. So yeah.
Okay. Lexi?
See, a good thing was getting to play again. Definitely had some struggles getting back into combat because I didn't remember the ranges on my spells, and I didn't think Fairy Light was that useful, but whatever. Or Fairy Fire, whatever it's
Very
called.
fire. Yep, you got it.
But overall, I had a good time.
That's good. Glad to hear that. John?
It was fun to smash things.
John.
I gotta be honest, if you ask me an hour from now, like what happened in the session, I wouldn't be able to tell you very much. So that might just be me today, or just getting back into the shake of it. There were several times where people were all talking and I couldn't understand a thing anyone was saying, and Sarge just kind of brute forced with narration over it, and I don't know if that was a particularly helpful. Like there were several times like Maddie or Garrett was trying to do something and I couldn't understand it over continuing narration.
Gotcha.
And vice versa happened a couple times, and it sort of made it really hard to even follow. Like, are we stopping to roleplay for a second, disrupting this? No, we're gonna keep going. Okay, now what had Sarge been saying for 3 minutes while I tried to figure that out?
Gotcha. Okay. Good note.
So yeah.
Okay.
However, I did like the Nopewood.
The Nopewood was.
You guys are very much going to be seeing more of the Nopewood here soon. So.
And I'm kind of happy that I don't write anything down as Varis, because I'm pretty sure Althrix would try to steal it from me at this point to find out what the hell I know.
And they keep mental notes. I thought you had a pretty decent balance between like getting some combat in, getting some exploration in, getting a little bit of roleplay in. But I thought that was pretty good. It's good to be back. Bad thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm super disoriented today. I feel like super out of it, but I know it's me, not the session itself.
I kind of got that feeling from the table today. Part of why I'm kind of ending it a little early too is everybody seems a little out of it or distracted, which is okay. I don't mind it. It gives me a little bit more opportunity to work with everything here in the future and try and get everything so that you guys are more involved with the next one.
It's just getting used to the flow of an online game, because I love how much world building you do, but the amount of narration, after a while, it just kind of becomes noise waiting for stuff to happen.
I gotcha. Yep, something that definitely I remember working on that before we took our hiatus, and now it's like, okay, I got to relearn all of that all over again. So be patient with me. I was very aware of it this time.
I'm not upset about it. It's just, if we're being honest about what needs improvement, that right there is yeah.
Primo. I gotcha. I'm not taking it offensively. It is something that I talk a lot. For me, I love getting back into it. I was honestly very concerned that this wasn't going to be enough to hold people's attention. But I'm glad that at least the mechanical challenge of smacking things around got everybody kind of back interested, but it wasn't complicated enough to lose anybody. So it was a nice reintroduction. Glad the relic room creeped everybody out. It was a lot of fun to come up, because that was an off the cuff idea I had a couple days ago, and I'm like, I'm going to run with this and see what happens. I have a couple other ideas for it, so hope you guys are entertained by that as well. Bad thing for me, just the length of it. Like Josh, I wish I had a bit more material to go off of in order to pull you guys in for at least another hour. But I'd rather take the time, come up with a solid session that you guys will have a lot to do and interact. that being said, would you guys prefer to tag team and split the party to deal with things, or would you rather deal with things as a whole and try and keep everybody involved at the same time?
I'd prefer to try to keep everybody involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, yeah, but we might cover more ground, especially if it's diplomatic to split the party. But I can understand making sure like we stick together. We're kind of in a hostile environment.
Admittedly, there's only one of us that is of the species normally found in this area.
Yeah, exactly. It might be best that we stick with. We don't have passports, so it might be best we stick with the attaché.
Okay. All right. I will make sure I orient my notes for next session to make sure that everybody's working together toward a goal.
Okay.
Cool. All right. I can do that. Any
Yay.
other comments, concerns, questions, criticisms?
Not really.
Nope.
Cool. Well, I'll call that game end. I had an absolute blast playing with you guys again. I hope that you guys at least were entertained, if not outright enjoying it. As much as I had my own little breakdown, I do really enjoy this game, and I do enjoy playing with you guys. And I hope that I can keep making a good.
Oh yes.
Yay.
Cool. Well, go ahead and end the stream, Mr.
All right.
Josh. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good afternoon.
And
Oh yeah, it is afternoon. Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Night.